Alright everybody, we've been playing CS2 for about, I don't know, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, give or take a couple days. And overall, I like the game, you like the game, we all like the game, but the game's still shit. Why is it shit? Well, I've been hearing nothing. We can't hear footsteps, we can't hear people coming behind us, we don't know what direction they're coming from, so game's dog shit. That's all I keep hearing. And I can't hear anything else because that's all I hear from you. So we're gonna do a quick fix tutorial and get your shit sounding good. Alright, so the first thing we're gonna do is go and grab VoiceMeeter. So, we're gonna jump into our browser. We're gonna go to voicemeeter.com, right? Then we're gonna grab the VoiceMeeter banana. This is the one you want, not this one or that one, this one. So we're gonna download that, install it. It's gonna have you reboot. You're gonna get back into Windows. You're gonna go and search VoiceMeeter. It's gonna pop up when you pop it up. All right, now you're gonna select a sound device, which is probably gonna be speakers for you. See how it says WDM? That means Windows sound. So now we got our sound routed through VoiceMeeter. So I'm gonna teach you how to use this real quick and set you up to be fantastic. So I'm gonna put it on my actual card over here. Okay, that's mine. Let's start like this. Go up to the menu key. Bam, we're gonna go into the settings. So that was menu, settings. Okay, this is your buffer rate. You want that, yeah, 128, 512, whatever is default. Do default. If you got a mic like me, you want to hit 1 and 1. Okay, so that's my mic over here now. All this is set up in this. We're good. If you don't have a mic, don't worry about it. You don't want to run VoiceMeeter through this. It's fine. So I'm going to go this device, and now I'm using my AT2020 through the SEO driver through VoiceMeeter banana. So that part's set up for me. So for me to be able to use this mic and use it in Discord, B1 is now sent to over here. This is my volume to you. This is my volume to me and you. This will make me hear me. This comes through the sound. Okay, get it? We're gonna simple it up a little bit. We're just gonna hit A1 right here. This is where your sound is gonna come from now. But you have to go to your sound properties first. Okay, you're going to select VoiceMeeter input, and if you have a mic that you're gonna set up, VoiceMeeter output as well. Alright, so you're gonna go into your Windows sound settings, okay? Yeah, Windows sound settings, buddy. Yeah, me. Alright, I already have it open. More sound settings. You're probably gonna have this set up as your default, your Windows speakers or whatever. You're gonna want to set your default device to VoiceMeeter input. This is now gonna take over the Windows driver. Doesn't matter. Everything else you want to disable. Especially if you have like Realtek, anything else in there, get the fuck off. Get it out. Okay? Okay, now we're gonna go into this properties. Set your levels. Beep, beep, beep. Whatever you want. You want your high quality. You want 24, 4800 if you can do it. Apply that. Yes. Boom. You want to turn off all this spiritual, spital audio, whatever it's called. You don't want any of that shit on. Do that for all of your devices. Make sure they all match. Now this right here, in all of your devices that have exclusive mode, you want to uncheck these, okay? Uncheck them. Okay. You're also going to do that for recording. So as you can see, I have my microphone, which is routed through VoiceMeeter, which is coming out through VoiceMeeter and going out to sound, whatever. So now we're going to go to advanced in all these tabs, okay? Microphones you want 99, don't go to 100. Exclusive modes you want to uncheck. Push OK. Do that for all of your devices. Okay? Okay, so we're gonna push OK on that. So now what we just accomplished was we just made VoiceMeeter our default device. You can select your microphone default device there, or you can use VoiceMeeter output as your default device, which is all easier. Then you can control it all right here. It's all in the same fucking program. Now, say we're in Discord, right? You can either select in voice and video, you can select default now, or you just follow along and do VoiceMeeter input and output like that. So this right here is the sound that you're going to be hearing coming out of your headphones and speakers if you set up your correct A1 right here for your speakers to go through VoiceMeeter. This is your EQ for what you hear. I just barely do a little adjusting here for myself. This is just for like normal shit. Now, there's two volume settings. This setting right here with A1, because you're A1, you're hearing it, is also this volume over here. So this is the EQ that we're going to be using to adjust the Cs2 source sound. And the way you're going to adjust it is right click it. So what we're going to do is adjust these middle ones, okay? See how we're adjusting? Okay. So I'm going to paste what I usually use. This is what I use for CS2 to sound bright, and you can hear footsteps really well like that. I'd suggest maybe just copying the numbers, who cares? And then adjust it from there. The Q right here is just going to make it a little bit more narrow, so whatever you want to do. This is the frequency up here, these top ones. Okay. So over here is where all your nice bright footsteps are going to be placed, okay? Okay. Do you see these bells up here? Now if you get a problem where you're like, oh man, what the fuck did I press? Everything's looking like shit. It's these things right here. Just keep them all on a bell, okay? Alright, so also, you don't want to go over here and press A, B, 1, 2, 3, 10, 10, 10, 10, whatever. You can reset it by hitting flat. But if you go over here and you push B, and you're pushing A, you're changing this one, you're changing that one, and then you're like, oh, what does B do? And then you go to flat, and then you're changing this one, you're changing that one. Alright, so what's going to happen is you're going to end up fucking up your sound channels like left and right wise. I don't know how this works, but I figured it out. Don't do it. So, what you want to do is flatten out B, flatten out A, and then just follow the fucking footsteps that I just fucking laid out for you, okay? You get it? Footsteps. I have it all saved already. So you're going to hit save settings first, okay? Bam. Now, you're going to also hit system tray. Check it. See how it's checked now? Then you're going to hit run on Windows startup. Check that one. Go back into it. So what you want to do also is load settings on startup. It's going to say, well, what file do you want it? What am I opening every time that I open it? Just do the one you just saved 2 fucking steps ago. So you're going to hit save, check, load on startup. What file? The one you just saved. Cool. If you want to load up another setting some other time, whatever, just they're all in here. So you got your volume here and you got your volume here. This volume right here controls the volume of how much output you're using for using this right here. Don't worry about it, just fucking turn it up or down. Make sure it's like 4 and 4. This controls your mic over here. I know it's not changing it right now. Maybe it is actually in the video. So I usually turn my mic up around 8, 7, 8, I don't know. And then this one over here, B1, you see this B1? This is B1, this is your out. B1 is being sent over here as a virtual output. So this is the volume that other people will hear. And this is the volume that is your input that you control for how loud your gain inside of the program is for what it's receiving from your microphone. If you want to hear yourself speaking, you can push A1 here, which is just like over here. This is the sound you hear. So if you want to hear your sound of your mic, you want to send it over to here. This is a path that we're using to here. Now you can see that everything that is coming out of my mic is now being transferred over to my desktop sound. Uncheck everything else. You don't want anything on. You can mute all this shit that isn't being used. Usually like those two, this one, that one. So this is just how you can record stuff anytime, anywhere. You can just hit record. A1 is what you're going to be recording. Right now it is also picking up my mic by hearing B1. So it's hearing A1 and B1. This over here, IntelliPan. This is going to give you a little bit of control in where the sound is landing. Usually if you have a mic, you don't want to be changing that around for directional sound anyway, left or right, who the fuck cares, because you're center and you're speaking into the mic. That's why I put my microphone on mono. If you don't have it on mono, it gets a little bit kind of gay. So put it on mono there, and look over here. I got it on mono as well here. Okay? So this is the EQ for the mic over here. You can adjust how your microphone sounds by adjusting the frequencies and how loud the dBs are. Okay. Whatever, now I probably sound like dog shit. I have no bass in my voice. I probably sound like I got no mids. Yeah, how we sounding now? So after we set up this EQ for your sound right here for CS2, it's gonna sound a lot brighter. Also, I just wanted to point out that right around the 100 range right here, we're going to put it at 100, is where you want to keep one of these and narrow it up a little bit. And this is going to be the footsteps for Call of Duty. You turn it up or turn it down. Turn it up for footsteps, turn it down for no footsteps. This is the band for, you know, CS2. So I just keep the bass down when you're playing CS2. If you want to play COD, just turn this up the other way. Okay, this is the only thing you have to adjust. This one or that one for the two games. Close it. So now that we got it set up where it's on system tray and run in Windows, load on startup, and you saved a file which you're now loading. When you load it on startup, it should be set up. If you're having issues with crackling or whatever else, it's because you have a problem with your buffer rate, which is this little number right here. Okay, so it's not to be confused with your bit rate or whatever the fuck this 48K is. It's just how the latency is being processed. So a higher buffer rate is a little bit more latent, but it's more stable. So default, I just do 512 for everything, or as low as you can get it without it under buffering. So it's wanting 7168 over here is your capability. If you go over that, you're gonna get buffer overruns, which means you're processing too much samples for what you can handle. And that's gonna be multiplied by what sounds are happening at what time. So say if you have 3 different programs on, like YouTube, you know, CSGO, and a movie, you're gonna have all those samples of sound coming in, and it's not gonna have enough because it's gonna get eaten up exponentially. So yeah, you just need a little bit of wiggle room here. Just at 512 on everything and default on this one, okay? Don't fucking try to zero and try to do your own shit. Just listen. Okay, for me, I have a microphone over here, right? Yeah, the ASIO AT2020. I want to put this right here like that for me. Okay, I'm gonna remove that device, and now I am speaking through the ASIO input 1-to-1. That means left and right, 1-1, left only. Okay, this one over here, see, I just enabled this one, this input 2. This is also another mic. You can also use your original mic, like a 2020 coming out. See how I got it up there? And I'm using this one. Now I got 2 mics. It's almost like I got 2 mics, but I don't, because I don't want to hear myself. Okay, you don't want to either. So just mute that shit, turn this off, whatever. Once you set it, you save it, you leave it, minimize it. Now it's here all the time. You can restart Windows and it'll be there, it'll start up, and when it does start up, it's gonna have like another window that pops up in front of it real quick. You just want to close that out and you're good to go. It should have all your settings saved. You listening to music, just change these, okay? Turn this off, just change this shit. If you want to listen to music better and fucking high detail, you know, like HD quality type shit with a little bit of equalization. But for gaming, turn on the EQ.